Hi guys, welcome to my channel and welcome to bonus episode 2 of the series What Ireland Sounds Like. As I was uploading these videos last week, you guys had so many suggestions and I know the comments are just going on and on about the suggestion, and if I want to listen to all of them, honestly this series would never come to an end. So we're going to call this episode the final episode of Ireland, and we're going to stop today. I know there is so many songs in different genres that are very famous and very beautiful, but again, if you want to listen to all of them, we just have to keep going. I have to mention that the purpose and the goal of these series that I'm doing is obviously not to cover everything because that's not feasible. I just want to grasp and then talk about the spirit of the theme that we're talking about. So in the case of Ireland that we're talking about, I try to pick out a little bit from every different genre to kind of like have a general idea and have a big picture of what's going on. And obviously, again, I cannot cover everything, but then you get an idea of what Ireland sounds like, and I also learned a lot. So hopefully we can call this one the final episode. Today we are gonna talk about Grace by Wolfe Tones. This song is also one of those songs that everybody sings in matches. Like a lot of, when I was looking at, there were a lot of videos in like stadiums that people were singing it, the whole arena, and it was so cool. It was very like touching. Today we're gonna look at the Wolfe Tone version of it. It's one of the most beloved and heartbreaking ballads in Irish. It's Grace. It's a love song, but it's also like has political story behind it. The story is about a real woman actually called Grace and her fiancé Joseph, he was one of the leaders of 1916 Easter Rising. So in the April of 1916, Irish Republican, they launched an armed uprising against the British rule, as we talked about, and this was a turning point in the 20th century Irish history. It was centered in Dublin and it lasted less than a week, but it had like a long-lasting effect throughout the whole century, and again, even in Northern Ireland later on. And obviously the British response was very brutal and very swift. 16 leaders were executed one by one, and among them was Joseph Plunkett, that was Grace's fiancé. He was a poet, a revolutionary, and a very sick young man suffering from TB, but before his execution, he made his final request. So Joseph was engaged to Grace, that was a fellow Irish nationalist and artist. Just hours before his death, at the midnight on May 3rd, 1916, he and Grace were married at the chapel at, I want to say, Kilmainham Gow. Sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong, but that was the place where the executions were happening, and they were surrounded by arms and then by armed guards. They were given only 10 minutes separated by bars before he was led away and shot. Grace was just 28 years old and she never got married. She continued to fight for Irish independence, and her story became part of Irish legend. So when I read that, I was like, okay, there's no way I can ignore that. I should just make a bonus part or bonus episode and talk about that. The song Grace itself was written in 1985 by brothers Frank and Sean O'Meara. Again, sorry about the pronunciation. And it was later on made famous by the Wolfe Tones, that they were kind of like an Irish rebel band. So let's go watch it a little bit.
As we gathered in the chapel here in old Kilmainham jail, I think about these past few weeks. Oh, will they say we failed? From our school days they have told us we must yearn for liberty. Yet all I want in this dark place is to have you here with me.
So about choosing this performance, I was trying to find a live one, but I think the quality of the music was not as good. So I decided to go with the lyric video, basically, so we can hear everything clearly. There were so many performances, again, that were sung in the arenas. A lot of people sing this, but for the sake of just listening to the lyrics and really a good sound quality, I decided to go with this. I know it's not the ideal, but let's just go with it.
Oh, Grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger. They'll take me out at dawn and I will die. With all my love, I'll place this wedding ring upon your finger. There won't be time to share our love, so we must say goodbye.
Oh my god, we are back into like the depressing part of Irish music. I thought we were done with it, but I don't want to get too much in the lyrics because then I start getting emotional and I don't want that. But like, I'm just imagining like these words being the last words of him. I mean, I can't even imagine like like this. I don't know, I can't put a word, like sadness. This doesn't even describe it. The fact that they would never have the future that they plan to have together, and then his life being taken like really unfairly. It just reminds me of, again, all the injustice that still, like more than 100 years later, it's going on, and I hear about it. I don't want to get into the political part of today's world, but I mean, I'm sure you guys can relate no matter what country you're from. And I'm not talking about a specific country, just around the world, like the injustice that is going on. It's just, it feels like it's never ending. And it's just, when you look at the history from 100 years ago, 200 years ago, and then even like from the ancient times, it just like keeps repeating, and it feels like, no matter how many centuries will pass, these like injustice and unfairness just doesn't change.
Now I know it's hard for you, my love, to ever understand the love I bear for these great men, my love for this dear land. So when Oric called me to his side down in the GPO, I had to leave my own sick bed. To him I had to go. Oh, Grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger. They'll take me out at dawn and I will die. With all my love, I'll place this wedding ring upon your finger. There won't be time to share our love, so we must say goodbye.
So as I was reading about this song, it says it's often performed in Irish weddings, funerals, and national memorials, and it's just more than a love song. It's also a symbol of sacrifice, loyalty, and at the personal cost of rebellion. And I feel like it just I cannot describe it better than that. It's obviously that's like the perfect way to describe it. And it's Grace apparently continued to be politically active, as we talked about, for the rest of her life. She was imprisoned during the Irish Civil War, and then lived in Dublin until her death in 1955. And there was a mural of them, of their wedding, painted, which is now a museum, the place that they got married, and he was shot. And it's just like, I mean, again, this song is like a perfect story of their love. That is like, I mean, even though tragic, it also, again, the music and the song made it beautiful.
Say goodbye. Now as the dawn is breaking, my heart is breaking too. On this May morn, as I walk out, my thoughts will be with you. And I'll write some words upon the wall, so everyone will know I love so much that I could see his blood upon the road. Oh, Grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger. They'll take me out at dawn and I will die. With all my love, I'll place this wedding ring upon your finger. There won't be time to share our love, so we must say goodbye. Now there won't be time to share our love, so we must say goodbye.
It was very beautiful, and I'm very happy to have listened to it, but also it made me sad, and it's kind of like depressing to end this series with this one, but I think it's also a perfect song to end it. I think it just captured a very important and significant part of Irish culture and history. So I'm actually glad that we got a chance to listen to it as our last episode. And so the questions still remain: what Ireland sounds like. I know we talked about a lot of different aspects, so I hope I could sum it up a little bit for you guys. I mean, Irish culture and music, just like any other culture, has a lot of stories to tell us, and it's, again, the music that makes beauty out of all these tragic moments. I hope you like this series and this episode. Please comment what you think about this series, what you think about this song. Please make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and tell me what should I do for the next country. This channel is not just about countries, but it's going to be an important part of it. So I'm excited for the next one. If you have any ideas for me, please let me know, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.